What is up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to another collection video, and today's a little different because instead of video games, we're going to be going over my entire anime collection. Yes, so this was quite difficult to pull out. Of course, this is all my, little setup on the edge of my bed, really. That's how I kind of shoot these things, because this is like the most space I can make for this. So yeah, getting this all out here was a chore, and in the end, I was also thinking like, okay, this is gonna be a very lengthy one if I decide to do all of this. So potentially this might be a multi-parter or not. We'll see as we go. But as I'm going over the franchises and stuff like that, I think I might like combine things here and there, like go over like franchises quickly together. So yeah, let's get going. And also, if you enjoy this idea, please like, comment, and subscribe, as well as follow me on Twitch and join my Discord. Share your collections too if you enjoy this idea. But yeah, let's begin with let's begin with Bleach. Yeah, let's start with Bleach. So I have a lot of the DVDs for Bleach, and I was thinking of doing specifically a whole Bleach collection video, and ended up going with this instead. So whenever I do end up doing a Bleach video, it will be a little less stuff. But yeah, these releases are pretty cool actually. They have a lot of DVDs in here, and yeah, they all cover like 20 episodes each, I believe. Yeah, episodes 1 to 20. And yeah, let me just go through all of them. I by no means have all of them, but I have quite a chunk, right? So yeah, here is episodes 20 to 40, and it just sort of goes through like that. I'm not sure if they skimp out on episodes as it goes further. I need to look into that further as I look at the boxes here, but I think they stick to the format of 20 as they go. This was a quite cool collection. I'm not actually going to show you every single DVD because that would take forever. So I'm just going to go through, through the series. And yeah, with Bleach, this might be my favorite anime of all time. It might be. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Thousand Year Blood Wars finale that's coming out in a few months. Honestly, I'm just super excited for the future of the series as a whole. So, the reality of it is that I was actually very vocal about my love for Bleach when it was like on its long hiatus throughout the 2000s. Like, it was very painful for me because I was getting a lot of these slander videos in my recommended all the time, and I was like, oh, that was hurting my soul so much. But yeah, we're finally, at top of the world. We were just in Fortnite, and hey, that's a sign of like big popularity, right? Here is, I think, the Bound arc, by the way. The Bound arc on DVD, yes, everyone wants the Bound arc on DVD, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Bounce. Yeah, this is one of the core reasons why a lot of people ask for a remake of Bleach. To cut out seasons like this, which were just made to fill out or pad out time for the manga to catch up. And yeah, this was an egregious example of a horrible one. I know there's like a bit of a resurgence of like the vendors for the Bound arc, which is bizarre for me, but it's kind of interesting. Hey, tell me all about how much you guys like the Bound arc if you actually do have an opinion there. Ulquiorra, cool little episodes 110 to 131. It's a cool set to own, and I really would like to own like all of the show on DVD at some point. Also, fun fact, the DVDs actually have, apparently, higher quality than the Blu-rays from Viz, which is pathetic, Viz Media. Do better. But yeah, that's kind of like reinforcing me to continue just collecting the DVDs instead. Of course, you can get better quality from like Japanese rips. Same with Dragon Ball, to be fair, which we will talk about in a second. But yeah, it is a series that deserves a little bit more effort behind its releases. But yeah, this was released back in the day, so 2011. So they put some effort back then. And yeah, let's okay. There's two more that I have to show. this is a bit of a skip, because the last one I showed was Series 7. We're jumping straight up to Series 11. I am missing quite a few volumes here, but, you know, eventually I'll fill that out. These include episodes 213 to 29. Yeah, I kind of don't really remember which parts exactly these volumes cover, but yeah, it contains the complete Karakura Town battle arc. Back when they were dividing them quite narrowly, you know. If you think about Bleach, you think of it as 5 arcs, right? But in the anime, they have like 20. Not just because of the filler, but just because they wanted to make it more, you know, it feel more robust, I guess. Make it more larger than it was. But yeah, Zanpakuto, the alternate tale, I think... Yeah, this is the Zanpakuto filler arc, I think. Yeah, the Zanpakutos are ready to battle. Yeah, this is this filler I actually did enjoy, and actually they did use the designs of the Zanpakutos, or one of the Zanpakutos, in the future, like in the 1000-Year Blood War. So it's not fully filler, I suppose. Okay, and that's not all of Bleach, because I do have a few different oddities. So here is a Japanese release of Sealed Sword Frenzy. This is, I'm pretty sure, just like a shitty little like side arc that happened at one point. I don't even remember what this is. Anime Tour 2005, original animation, Super DVD. It's I don't remember this being particularly liked, but yeah, it is. It's nifty. Also, I think this art was used for the cover of one of the Bleach games. Regardless. That was that, and also not one more? No, there's loads more. Sorry, I have so much Bleach stuff. I want to get this out of the way first. I guess if you don't enjoy Bleach, you can skip this section over. There's a lot to go over in this video. But yeah, here we have Bleach movies, actually. Let's go over Bleach movies. So this is Bleach Movie 2. I don't have Bleach Movie 1, unfortunately, but I need to find that at some point. Also, bizarre thing, for some reason, on the Bleach movies, they printed the spine backwards. So, like, instead of having the text be traditional like this, it's upside down. Whoever designed this, you're a dumbass. No respect for me, because this is, that's like, it's so awkward to store, you know? But yeah, I don't really like Diamond Dust Rebellion that much. It feels like a filler arc more than any other movie. But yeah, Fade to Black though. Fade to Black was great. Fade to Black was potentially my favorite movie. I know it's not like anything special, it kind of rehashes like a lot of the ideas from like earlier arcs, but I don't know, it was just so fun. The quality there, all the new scores that they shot for this movie as well, like all the music is so iconic now. Next up, I have the final movie is, you know, Hellverse, which might actually, it was released as the first canon movie, but it wasn't actually canon, because Kubo didn't actually have much to do with it. And yeah, as you can see, it's a weird, longer case here. Let me compare it to the other one. Yeah, it's a little longer because this is a weird release that has both the DVD and the Blu-ray. I don't know why I got this. It just sticks out on the shelf. But yeah, I mean, I guess I own the movie in some way, shape, or form that way. Do I want to show this intently? I mean, it's a cool fold out, I guess. So I'll show you guys. Yeah. So yeah, if you do this, boom, you got Ichigo flying. Yes. And the actual insides, nothing very special. It's just the Blu-ray and the DVD, all the way around. But yeah, cool movie. It's just it didn't really pan out as a lot of people wanted it to. So whenever we get the Hell arc, which is the next planned thing, hopefully everything is according to Kubo's design. But yeah, what else is left? Okay, I showed the Sealed Sword Frenzy. Okay, Memories in the Rain. Yeah, this is the other version of the early arc of Bleach, which is actually better quality than the anime alternative. Which is bizarre, but yeah, they did a separate thing for the first few episodes, where they go over the Grant Fisher stuff. And I think this was released at Jump Festo or something. Yeah, it came with like a lot of cards and stuff. Yeah, a lot of these releases came out with like a lot of extra goodies in them, which is why I enjoy my physical media. Of course. But yeah, that's all the Bleach stuff. No, it's not. I'm not done yet. Oh my god, I keep finding more stuff behind me. Okay, well, this, I guess I'll include it because I don't know if I'll ever include it anywhere else. But here are the musicals. The Bleach, the live Bankai show. This is one of them. This has the little booklet here with all the stuff on the back there. And yeah, here's the back of the DVD. It's literally just, you know, just the show recorded, and it's a funky little thing. I don't know if this counts necessarily as anime, but you know, it's Bleach, so you know, might as well include that. Let me show you all the other Bleach the Live DVDs here. Bankai Show Code 2, so that's like the sequel to the previous one. Yeah, this was released in crap, where does it say? Which year was this released in? Does it say anywhere? Does it say anywhere? I don't think it says anywhere. 2008. So I don't even remember what arc that would have been at that point. I think it's still a little after the Soul Society, right? I'm pretty sure. But yeah, funky little thing. It's I really like looking at these actors. Like, they look nothing like the characters. But you know, it's funky, it's fun. Okay, is this the end of Bleach? Nope, 2 more. Rock musical Bleach. There's so much Bleach media, man. It was really on top of the world for a while there. But yeah, seems to be like more of the Bleach live stuff. And that's all the Bleach musicals I have. And the last thing is the Bleach movie, the physical version of the Bleach movie, which came out in Japan, but not in the West. Yeah, and I think it only came out on the DVD. I don't think they had a Blu-ray release. But yeah, I had to actually buy this in Japan because I couldn't really source it online. Not very easily, at least. So yeah, I just got it when I was in Japan. The cool thing about this is that it actually comes with English on it, I think. I'm not sure where it says that, but I'm pretty sure this includes like subtitles at the very least. But yeah, cool stuff. Not only really comes with the DVD. There we go. Funky, cool little stuff, and I think that covers Bleach in its entirety. Yes, this is all of it. Finally, we can move on swiftly onto. What do I move on to? There's so much. Alright, let's do Dragon Ball. So this is going to be the Dragon Ball section. If you enjoy Dragon Ball, stick around. If you don't, skip ahead. But, you know, this is when I want to be comprehensive here. Alright, let's go in order. I got the bricks, by the way. So this is the Season 1 of the original Dragon Ball, which goes up to episode 28. Yeah. I don't have all of these, by no means. But the ones I have are pretty cool. These are really cool releases, at least aesthetically. They're really thick. They stick out on the shelf. I think they're a cool thing to collect, even though they're not the best quality because they are zoomed in. But yeah, it's I'll show you like one of them. Yeah, the discs aren't really too creative. It's just, you know, Goku's face. But yeah, that's the only original Dragon Ball DVD that I own. Next up, I have Z. So yeah, here's Vegeta. And yeah, this goes. Okay, this is Season 1, but how many episodes does it include? 39! So yeah, way more generous than the other DVD for the original Dragon Ball. I guess they wanted to divide it differently, depending on how much they were able to milk it. And yeah, I guess Z has so many episodes that they can get away with getting more episodes on these collections. But yeah, funky release. And apparently these get a lot of hate for the quality. As I said, they have zoomed in on the episodes to make it more widescreen, which is stupid. That's what it means by digitally remastered. It actually means ruined. But I'm not one to be complaining. I think this is like needs to own what like regardless, because well, quite frankly, I just wanted to own Dragon Ball in its physical, like physically in some way, shape, or form, right? It includes the complete Namek and Captain Ginyu sagas. To be fair. In terms of original Dragon Ball, I have only gotten through Namek, really, and then after that, I just sort of skipped the Kai. But so all this other stuff that I own here, I haven't actually looked through. But yeah, here we have Frieza. Frieza-sama. Yeah, I love Dragon Ball. I actually watched all of it not that long ago. Like, I got into the franchise pretty late. I think I got through all of the series like, let's say 3-4 years ago. And yeah, I had a great time. Not the most, like, obviously deep story or anything, but it was a very feel-good one, you know. And here's Trunks, my favorite character. I actually have a very cool figure with him. I think he has a different color scheme on my figure though, but still, very, very cool. I was really looking forward to seeing adult Trunks come back at the end of Super, because we got the superhero movie, and then they made him small again, and I was upset. Hopefully we'll see adult Trunks soon though. I mean, the Galactic Patrol arc is coming out, right? Which is, I think, tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. So, you know, eventually we'll see adult Trunks, I'm sure. You know, we're getting there slowly but surely. Cell games. So yeah, we're already at Cell arc. And yeah, as you can see, I am gonna be missing some, but yeah, I think so far I've shown 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't have 5. I don't have volume 5. And it is volume 7. Yeah, I gotta pick up more of these. But the thing is, some of them are like dirt cheap, and some of them are like randomly super expensive, so I don't necessarily want to spend that much money, because this is DVDs at the end of the day, you know? And yeah, I actually have all of GT on DVD as well. This is box 1. Because GT isn't that long, to be fair, in comparison. Baby Sagas! No! And volume 2, which is all of it. It's all of GT. So yeah, as I said, not very long, so you know, only 2 volumes, easy enough to get your hands on the physical of all of this. But yeah, that is all the main Dragon Ball stuff that I own, although I'm not done with Dragon Ball just yet, because I have a few of the movies. So here is Battle of Gods, which I own on Blu-ray. I actually haven't seen the Super version of these events. Like, I've only seen the movies. And I also have Resurrection F. Yeah, so said, I've only watched the movie versions. And now they are remaking it again in the new Super anime. I very much question the point. I kind of want to just get going with the story. I kind of just want to move on from stuff that we've already seen. But, you know, it is what it is. And I also have, if I can find it, it's in one of these piles. I think it's not this pile. It's crap. I should have thought this through more. Okay, there it is. I kind of wanted to, you know, keep the discs a little out of the way so you don't get spoiled on everything I'm gonna show. But yeah, here we have Dragon Ball Z movie collection, which is all of the movies. Yes, all of the classic movies. And I don't know if this was released in the States. I think I've heard somewhere that it wasn't. And in that case, you guys missed out. This is quite a cool collection, and this really doesn't... although this art of Goku is kind of a... I don't know, I think he looks a little dopey there. But yeah, it's a cool set. It's a cool set. You know, obviously, most of the movies aren't canon, but they're really cool material anyway, so if you're a fan and you've watched all of Dragon Ball anyway, just watch them. For funsies. Alright, so those big franchises out of the way, what do I have next? Well, let's do some random stuff. Let's knock out some smaller things. Here I have Sonic X. Sonic X, the Polish version, actually. This is actually the second disc. I made a mistake. I pulled out the second one first. But yeah, it doesn't include that many episodes. It includes episodes 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, quite a stingy disc. And yeah, the disc art looks like so. And the first one is here. I think in other countries, you guys also had a similar release of Sonic X. And yeah, I remember getting this back in the day because I couldn't really find any episodes online. in Polish specifically, because I really wanted to watch the show again in Polish, but there was like no way of doing so because they never redistribute these things. So, you know, getting it on DVD was the only method. So yeah, whenever I went to Poland, I was trying to like source these sort of things. This doesn't really count, but this is Sonic Underground. This is just in the pile. I guess I'll show you guys this. Funky thing about this is that the Polish version of Sonic Underground was it had like one voice over every single character, and the one voice that they used was the same guy that voiced Brock in the Pokemon anime. So it's like Brock voicing everybody. But yeah, nothing too exciting, not even anime, so I apologize for that little distraction there. Yeah, let's move on then. Next up I have... Actually, let's keep going with the 4Kids stuff first, get that out of the way. I guess that's one thing we can stick to until we move on. Right, so here I have Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is like not in order whatsoever. I decided to pick these up recently because I saw like a stack of them recently, and I was like, oh, maybe I should pick these up as well. So yeah, they don't include a lot of episodes either. It's like 3 at a time, so very stingy. And I don't think they include Japanese at all. No, it's just English. You know, obviously, a very heavily censored this version, and not really much to, in a way of respecting the source material. But you know, it's still funny. You know, it's still fun to look at this old dub and, you know, have a laugh. I would actually kind of really like to find the DVDs for the Polish dub of Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, because that's a funny one. Like Kaiba in the Polish version sounds so dopey. I have no idea. Like, sounds nothing like Kaiba. No, here's the guy. Here's him, the American. But yeah, very out of order. I have like that was like volume 6. The first one I showed was volume 2. Here I have volume 8. By no means like, you know, any exciting episodes or anything. It's just, you know, going on with what I can find. But yeah. What else do I have? 2 more. Volume 11. He looks so lanky here. Cool stuff. Extra features, monster stats. Wow! I could look that up online. Okay, and the last Yu-Gi-Oh! I have here is this one. Volume 12. Yu-Gi vs Pegasus. Climactic Battle Part 1. I love how all of them include extra features, monster stats. Yeah, that is so useless in today's day and age, right? But back in the day, you were happy about it because it was more stuff to play around with. Okay, another stack there. Do I have any more Viz Media, or not Viz Media, sorry, any more 4Kids stuff to show off? I'm pretty sure I have, but I'm not sure where I put it. 1 second. Ooh. Okay, no, that's for later. That's for later. I think oh wait, this is it, I think. Let me pull this out. No, that's Dot Hack. That's Dot Hack. I'll show that later. Man, I can't find it. I have one which is Shaman King, but I don't remember where I put it. So yep, I have no clue. So let's just get a move on. Next up, I have the entire anime of Black Cat. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite animes of all time. And yeah, this is a big-ass collection, seriously. This includes a ton of DVDs. Based on the best-selling Shonen Jump, Naruto and Bleach, manga comic. This is back when they had to refer to them as comics as well, just so you don't get confused. Yeah, this is a really thick case, and it's comprehensive, you know? It's a little awkward with how this is actually laid out, but yeah, Train, I love Train. If you've never seen Black Cat, please watch it. Banger anime. Classic of all time. Okay, next up, I have Kino's Journey. This is a very, very interesting one. It's not psychological, but it's like, you know, got a lot of drama. It's a lot of journeying and stuff. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. So yeah, I don't really want to spoil anything about it, but if you've never seen it, please do check it out. It's really, really cool. It has a remake as well, but this is the original. I really like the original. I haven't actually seen the remake. I've actually seen the new one, but you know, I do want to see it at some point. But yeah, this is how the DVDs present themselves. Okay, I guess I gotta get this out of the way. Oreimo. Oreimo Season 1. Yeah. I actually really liked Oreimo as a comedy, right? It was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, it's quintessential weird anime stuff, obviously, but I am, I would still say I'm pretty much a fan. Yeah, it's nice that they include the entire thing in like one set. I'm not sure if they released a Blu-ray of this with like Season 2, but still, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next up, I have Final Fantasy 15 Brotherhood. Yeah, the physical version of this, which is pretty nifty. This was released in Japan only, I believe. And maybe in one of the collector's editions they also included it as well. I don't know. But yeah, this does include English as well, as you can see down here. Eigo, Fransugo, Deutschugo, Italiago, Spaingo, Russiago, Chugokugo, and I think Kankokugo. Yeah, so includes all the languages, which is neat. Except for Polish, which, you know, who cares, I guess. It's a small anime, they didn't have to do it anyway, so, you know, this is a cool extra. And yeah, if you've never watched this and you like Final Fantasy 15, this really adds like quite a bit to the backstory of these characters. So yeah, I definitely do recommend this. It is free on like YouTube, so you can just look it up that way. But yeah, next up, I want to show off. Let's do it. It was in my little stack here, so I might as well go for it. Tales of Fantasia: The Animation. Now, a lot of people might not even know this existed, but this is the Japanese version, of course. This wasn't released in the West. Yggdrasil edition. I actually haven't played Tales of Fantasia, that's why I can't really say much about it. I kind of got it because I'm a big Tales of fan. But yeah, I haven't actually seen this, so I'm not sure how faithful it is or not. Or if it's like a Tales of Eternia situation where they kind of just do like side stuff, I think. I haven't actually seen the Eternia one either, but like, I know that Eternia one has like a lot of side stories in it. Like, it's just kind of filler. But yeah, it includes a lot of cool goodies. I don't think this includes a lot of episodes though, per se. Watch time 30 minutes. Yeah, so not much, not much to show for there. But yeah, this is a cool little release. It comes with like a poster and stuff. I'm pretty sure, like DVD, soundtrack, booklet. Yeah, it comes with a lot of neato stuff. But yeah, next up I have. Let's just keep going with Tales of at this point. This isn't like not necessarily anime. This is the Tales of Festival DVD, which is the event for the Tales of series. This is the 2008 one. I think they release these every year. And it's kind of just like the voice actors doing a lot of gags and stuff, and it's like a community thing. It's neat. I don't really know much about it. I had an opportunity to like maybe go when I was in Japan, but like I didn't end up going because I was like, oh, this is so like reliant on you being able to speak Japanese because it's an event. That I just ended up thinking like, nah, my Japanese wasn't good enough at the time. I have another one of these actually, like right here. Comic market. Oh no, this is like a comic market thing. DJ CD. Tales Ring Sinfonia. Tales Sing Symphonia. Okay, this is like a music CD? Drama, radio, track. Oh, so it has music and drama CD parts in it. Neat stuff. They're using the other logo for it as well. Tales of Symphonia, the animation. Tetheala episode. Did the Symphonia anime have a physical as well? I don't actually know. Oh, I mean in the West. Because right here I have the English version of Tales of the Abyss, the anime. I think this is the complete one. Yep, all of it. And let me just take a pause here. Yeah, sorry about that. I got a little bit distracted there for a smidge. But yeah, the Tales of the Abyss anime. This is actually I haven't seen this yet. But, you know, I love the game itself. Like, it's one of my favorite Tales of games. It's not my favorite. It's very high up there. And I'm really hoping that they do a remake of it soon. Or at least a re-release, you know? It's the remastered project, after all, going on. And I think they're teasing it at this point, but, based on the popular fantasy video game series. I don't know how popular it was at the time, but, you know, it's still pretty funky, pretty cool. Series runtime, 650 minutes. Okay, that's quite a lengthy thing. I do need to, actually give it a whirl, though. This is the actual, or the anime, or the American release of it, because it didn't actually come out in Europe, which I think is very disappointing. But yeah, Tales of the Abyss. Bandai Namco, please release all these animes physically in Europe. I'll buy them. Even this, I'll buy this again, because I want a European copy. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Tales of Zestiria the X. This is the anime adaptation of that, and the funky thing about this one is that it includes stuff from Berseria, which connects the games more directly than they were otherwise. And yeah, I'm pretty sure at some point Sorey actually meets Velvet in this. That's like in like a void of some sort. I actually haven't seen this yet, but I would like to, because, you know, it has some connection to the lore. Yeah, neat stuff. Does Funimation still exist? I don't think they do anymore, do they? Or is it just like a branch that does dubbing now? I don't actually know what the situation is, because I know a little while ago there was like a shutdown of the app, and like, I don't know if they exist anymore in any real capacity. But yeah, I do have another Tales of anime somewhere, but it's like here somewhere, I think. Tales of, there it is. Cool. Here we have Tales of Vesperia, First Strike. Yes, so this is the prequel to Vesperia, and I have actually seen it, but I don't remember much about it. I've seen all of it, and I feel like I zoned out for like a lot of it, because like I just wasn't that interested. But yeah, this is the European version, as you can see. Yeah, I think this was also released during like the release window of the game itself as well, so you can actually get both at the same time. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Vesperia, genuinely. Like, for a while, I was like, this game isn't as good as people say, but eventually, like, you know, I let it simmer, and I'm like, this game was great. But yeah, that was all of my Tales of stuff, I think. If we find another thing, well, I guess we'll go over that then. But yeah, next up, I think I showed this off in my Persona video in the past, but this is the Persona 5 The Animation box set. Now, this was released in America as well. However, in America, you guys got price gouged for this, because you got it for like $250 or something, whereas in Europe it came out for like 50. This entire thing was like 50 quid. But yeah, neat stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over this too in detail, because I have shown this off in a separate video for my Persona collection. So if you'd like to see more of that, check that out. And I guess since I've started showing off the Persona stuff, I guess I'll go over this real quick. This is Persona 5 The Movies box set, or, you know, the case for the Blu-rays, which is actually just a single Blu-ray that I have here. Yeah, I don't actually have a collector's edition for the first movie, which is a shame. Nor do I own the box for it. I have the standard DVD or Blu-ray one for it. But yeah, it's still a nifty thing. I'm gonna just leave it here, just to have something covering up my dirty wall. Well, it's not dirty, but it's just, you know, the paint's chipping off, because it's, you know, where I keep my pillow. But yeah, I have more Persona stuff, but it's like in a pile, so I'll keep going with the big box sets for now. Here I have Fullmetal Alchemist, the original series. Yeah, I really like the original, debatably more than Brotherhood. I'm one of those guys. I'm not sure if that's an emerging opinion nowadays or not, but, you know, when I watched the original, I felt more attached to everything going on than I did in Brotherhood. Like, I don't know, I just felt like the story was just more interesting, because Brotherhood was kind of, it was good, but like, it just sort of like, this was so much more unique and interesting, you know? Like, wow. So it's like an isekai thing, but like, it's so interesting. I don't know, man, fucking hell. But this is a cool release. I'm really glad that they actually released this in the first place, because this was such a cool anime, man. Seriously, it deserved a bit more attention from people than it did after Brotherhood's release. Honestly, because like honestly, seriously, like if you haven't seen the original Fullmetal Alchemist anime, do give it a whirl. It's very different and really cool. Speaking of Fullmetal Alchemist, let's do the other one. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I prefer the original. I think this is still good and more faithful to the manga ending. But like, I mean, both of them were like overseen by the author. It's just, you know, eventually they just changed the story. But yeah, I mean, what I remember the most is just the ending. You know, it's very nice. It's a very happy ending. You know, everything is cool and stuff. But you know, I don't know. I just prefer the original. Just probably because I watched that at a different time in my life. So you know, earlier on my anime watching career, as they say. Here's Death Note. You know, of course, everyone's seen Death Note. Everyone's favorite, or first anime, first serious anime after they watched their childhood ones. Yeah, I watched this. This was one of my first ones for sure. I watched it in like, you know, late 2000s. That's when I was really getting into anime properly. Yeah, that's a cool box set. And I really like the DVD version of this, which is like thick as fuck. It has like so many DVDs in it. So yeah, respect to you if you owned that one. But yeah, next up I have... let's do these ones. I'll show this one afterwards. But here is Charlotte. Now I have Charlotte Volume 2, but not Volume 1, which was a snafu on my part. I really like this though. I really like this author's stories, you know, Clannad and whatever. Yeah, big fan of this author. I know he gets a lot of shit from the Japanese fan base, but I would like to say, like, bro, it's just don't listen to just one subset of people. I think your stories are great. I know some people would debate that Charlotte's ending was a little rushed, but I think it's still a great time. Okay, let's do all the Persona stuff. So this is the second Persona 3 movie, Midsummer Night's Dream. This is actually the collector's edition. I actually own all the collector's editions for the rest of the movies. So here's movie 3, Falling Down. Yeah, and there was a separate box that you could get to stack, to like store these in, like in this, but bigger. But unfortunately, I just couldn't find it. So this is kind of how I ended up acquiring these things. A little scatterbrain on my part, but you know, I feel like the first movie just wasn't released as broadly as like the other ones. But yeah, Winter of Rebirth. But yeah, really cool movie. I don't know what the common consensus is of this adaptation, but I personally really enjoyed it. Okay, another stack done. So, which one do I move on to next? Code Geass, I guess, since it's sticking out like a sore thumb. Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. This is season 1. Yeah, this is actually like in my favorite of all time pile for anime. I really like Code Geass. This is all the stuff. My favorite pizza anime. But yeah, Code Geass. I really need to get season 2. I would ideally like to get it in the same form factor as this, which is a little skinnier. But I don't know if I can find it that way. I might have to get like the season 1 again with season 2 box set or something. But you know, I'm not in a rush for that. To be fair, in general, when it comes to like collecting anime, I have quite severely slowed down on that. Like, in general, for collecting anything in particular, I've just sort of slowed down on collecting video games, manga, anime, all of it. I kind of just sort of... I don't have the money for that anymore, you know? I'm no longer a kid that just, you know, can just splooge like that anymore. But yeah, here we have BlazBlue Alter Memory. I actually haven't seen this, but I really like the opening for it. So yeah, I still need to give this a whirl. The Wheel of Fate is turning. Rebel 1. Yeah. They're making a new BlazBlue, aren't they? I think they are. I think it's like a platformer though. I don't think it's a fighting game. But it's, you know, in any way, that they bring it back. It's neat. And it seems like they're kind of letting Guilty Gear rest a little bit. So, you know, I'm looking forward to whenever they bring out next in general, Arxis. But yeah, Black Rock Shooter. So, Blu-ray and CD. I say this is the pilot animation and the music. Right. So this was more of a music animation than anything, from what I recall. Been a while since I actually gave this a spin. But yeah, I really always wanted to get a figurine of her, because she has this one really cool figurine where like her gun lights up and everything. But yeah, I think Blackrock was a spin-off of like Nico of some sort, if I remember correctly. But you know, it's been so long. I used to listen to the music like quite a bit, but you know, it is what it is. Kind of faded into obscurity with years. Beyond the Boundary. So now we're getting onto, you know, more general anime, as you can, you know, clearly see. Less franchised. But yeah, I actually don't remember very much of it. I remember she like uses her blood to summon this blade thing. But yeah, I really don't remember what this was about. I might need to give this a rewatch. But I don't remember this having the best ending either. Like, I remember it just sort of ended, but it didn't really felt very satisfying. I don't know, I might be talking out of my ass here, but I genuinely don't remember much about it. Ah, here we have a... Okay, let's get this out of the way. Boruto, yeah. Why did I own these? Because they were like £1 each. They were so cheap. And I was like, okay, well, why not? It's so cheap, I might as well get it. You know, I have read all of Boruto, the original Boruto series. I know they're on like the Shippuden version of it now, or the follow-up. I think it's called the Blue Vortex or something. And I'll be honest, I don't like Boruto at all. But like, for that kind of price, I'm like, I'll get it. I think in terms of the original anime, I have actually seen it up to like episode 50. And yeah, I genuinely think that, you know, they should cancel it at this point, because it's so bad. I mean, I don't know, I've been kind of off of the manga with the Blue Vortex. I've kind of left it to like pile up in terms of chapters, and I'll kind of read all of it and binge it. But yeah, none of the setup in this fucking anime is anything interesting. Like, seriously, they're just ruining the legacy, in my opinion, of what Naruto was. Like, seriously, like, the perception went from Naruto being like genuinely a great story with some like issues with the last arc to like actual abomination. Like, this is like the punching bag of the anime community nowadays. I think the punching bag used to be briefly Bleach, which made me very angry, because it genuinely is great, and a lot of people are watching it now and understanding that. But Boruto kind of deserves it, because it's actually genuinely kind of ass. But yeah, here's the actual Boruto movie, which actually, this specifically, I did kind of like. The movie I did like, because this was kind of still part of the original anime for Naruto when this came out. But as you can see, it's still called Naruto the movie, which was the nomenclature for all the Naruto movies. And yeah, I did enjoy this quite a bit more than the actual anime that came out afterwards. And since we're on the Naruto topic, I guess we will... I'll go over this first. Naruto movies. I don't actually have the show itself. I'll say this up front, I've watched or read all of Naruto in the manga form. I haven't actually watched the anime. I mean, I watched some of the original when I was younger. But yeah, I think after the Chunin exams, I kind of just stopped. Then I switched over to the manga, and I've read all the manga. I love it. I love Naruto. But yeah, it's in terms of the physical like DVDs and stuff, I kind of just went straight for the movies. And yeah, this is quite a cool collection actually. Includes quite a bit. But yeah, the other movie, which is my favorite movie to be fair, is the last Naruto the movie, which is, you know, includes the Hinata wedding and everything. So this is a very cool one, and it's actually full canon. So, you know, it's important. the other movies and in general, a lot of Naruto anime consisted of a lot of filler, right? So it's cool when you actually get a movie that's important, which is quite rare for anime to do. I mean, nowadays it's kind of starting to be like more common for them to make just whole arcs into anime movies, like with Chainsaw Man and stuff. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of 50-50, because like I kind of want to see the whole thing in like a traditional anime form, but they do look really nice when they do make them into movies, you know? Here we have High School DxD, one of my earlier animes from my childhood. Yes, I watched this when I was a little wee lad. And can I show the back? Yeah, nothing really showing here. Yeah, it's just boobies. Yeah, classic ecchi anime. Many people's first. Love it. We have Dot Hack Quantum. I still need to watch this because this is kind of a recent pickup, kind of. And yeah, I don't know what it's about. I still need to finish the entirety of the games themselves, but I really like what I played of the games, and you know, I kind of stacked up on all the other media for Dot Hack in advance. But yeah, this is neat to have. Like, as much Dot Hack as I can get, you know, the better. I really like this entire world and the aesthetic and everything about it. I really want to get back into Dot Hack fully. But yeah, here is the Dot Hack integration, which I think is just all the anime that came out with the games as they were coming out. Yeah, it has Dot Hack Liminality and integration, which I think Dot Hack Liminality are all the DVDs that came out with the PS2 games. So yeah, this is just like a cool box set of all of them. But nothing really worth mentioning here. I think I showed this off before in one of the collection videos. But yeah, I really need to watch more Dot Hack, or just consume more Dot Hack media. Next up, I have, I'll say, controversially, one of my favorite animes. I hate to say it, but you know, I really love it. Sword Art Online. I love Kirito. I love Asuna. I love everything about this franchise. It gets a lot of hate because it is, I guess, an easy punching bag, because everyone decided, okay, this is gonna be our punching bag, and they decided, you know, Sword Art Online is gonna be it, even though it's still one of the biggest IPs there is in media, which is crazy. You know, we still keep getting tons and tons of Sword Art Online games, you know, for PS4, PS5, and everything. I think recently, like the other year, we got like another Alicization game. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to whenever they finally go past Alicization, the Sword Art Online arc, and we finally get some new stuff, because I'm very curious as to where it's gonna go. I don't keep up with the light novel or anything, so, but yeah, classic. I watched this when I was like 13, and you know, I still think it's great. Next up, we have another Sword Art Online thing. This is Sword Art Online 2, Arc 1, Phantom Bullet. This is the first half of the anime, and or first quarter, it seems. But yeah, I didn't really like Sword Art Online 2 as much as I did the original, of course. The original 2 with the first 2 arcs. But I think it was still neat, and I think it had a really cool game as well. I haven't played a demo of it, actually. Gun Gale Online, Phantom Bullet? No, wait, this is what let's see what it's here. But I think that was also the name of the game. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of Freedom Wars when I was playing it. So yeah, the game adaptation of this arc was really cool. But yeah, I don't actually have the rest of the collector's editions for Sword Art Online 2. That's pretty much all I can show here. Okay, next up I have Persona 5, the animation The Daybreakers. This is the anime that came out for Persona 5 like a week before Persona 5 came out. And yeah, in the UK we had a physical release of it like this. I'm not sure if this came out in the States like this, but I think this is really cool. I really do appreciate everything that all the anime releases in the UK, because they really just, you know, they release a lot of stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, it's a little like side arc of them going into mementos and doing like a little thing to show off how the world works, I guess, before you got to play the game. Okay, here is my favorite anime of all time, Sorcerer's Stubborn Orphan. Yeah, I actually really like this anime. So this got a remake recently, well, in the past few years by I think Studio Dean, or I think that's what it's called, and it's hideous. It's really ugly, but this original anime was really something special. I really enjoyed the animation here. It was so beautiful, and they just sort of shat all over it with the remake. So that's a little upsetting. But yeah, if you've never seen Sorcerer Stabber Orphan, please watch it. It's so good. This is actually an import I got from the States, because this didn't have a physical in Europe at all, which makes me very upset. Maybe one day we'll get it. I mean, for the longest time we didn't have a Yu Yu Hakusho release in Europe, and then we did get it. So, you know, if you've never seen Orphan, please watch it. Next up we have a Gundam anime that I haven't seen. Gundam Unicorn. Yeah, complete series. I do need to get to this, but to be fair, I need to get through most of Gundam in itself. As I've mentioned in the past in a few streams, I've only seen the original series, and I've seen Zeta, and I've seen Wing, and that's all I've seen. I need to be, the next thing I want to watch is Double Zeta. But yeah, there's so much Gundam media that I need to get through. It's just so much, you know. It's decades and decades of constant stuff, which is cool. Especially if you're a fan that kept up with the series the entire time. But you know, as a freshie like me, you know, it's quite the commitment. Here we have High School DxD Season 1, another one that I watched when I was younger. Very influential in my developmental years. But yeah, I seriously really loved the original show. It kind of fell off for me after like the first few seasons. I mean, first of all, the animation got like actually genuinely ugly. Like the art style changed from this to what we got after like in season 4 and 5. Ugh, horrible. And in general, the story got kind of boring. Like I'll say, like this series was actually touted for being like ecchi, but also like serious. Like it was like horny, but like interesting, right? You kind of cared about what was going on. But yeah, eventually it just all devolved into like battle arcs and not battle arcs, like tournament arcs, and like who cares? I'll be upfront about it. I hate tournament arcs. I think they're boring as fuck. Shonen people who constantly glaze tournament arcs, what's your problem? They are so fucking boring. Stop it. Anyway, that was my rant over. Gintama, the movie. I don't think this came out in Blu-ray form in Europe. I think we only got it on DVD. But I don't know, I just saw a copy of it on Blu-ray from America and I just sort of grabbed it. Yeah, they really need to like officially release all the Gintama media in English, because they never really licensed this, did they? Fully. They just did a few random things and they just sort of left it to like rot. They never really bothered bringing this over from Japan, so most of the way to watch Gintama is like through fan subs, which, to be fair, it had really good fan subs. They were really funny. Next up, I have Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Again, this kind of counts as anime, right? Close enough. Yeah, Advent Children. I love Advent Children. Great movie. What isn't a great movie is Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. Garbage, horrendous. I watched this like 2 years ago, and it is actually horrendous. Like, some people will say, oh, this movie's actually underrated. And I think there's even a gag about this in, what's it called? Life is Strange? The first Life is Strange? Where the girl is like, I don't care what anyone says, this movie was actually amazing. And you are full of shit. This movie is dog shit. Seriously, one of the worst fucking things I've ever watched. One of the most boring things, should I say. Hated it. This is something that I'm currently watching, actually. Fate Zero. I'm finally watching this. It's a cool box set. Includes the entire thing. It's lengthy, but yeah. Really cool, thick case. And it comes with a few Blu-rays like this. And yeah, I've watched all of the original, was it 2000s anime for Fate Stay Night? And now I'm watching this, and you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my journey through the Fate series. I know I should read the visual novel. Everyone's been telling me it's better, and I'm like, sure, but I'm lazy. I don't want to read. So you know, that's how it is right now. this is the entirety of the original series, and I'm a big fan of Durarara. It's very nostalgic for me. I watched it back in the day. I don't remember when this came out, but you know, if you haven't seen Durarara, great aesthetic. The artist that did art, the artist for Durarara, he also made art for Devil Survivor 1 and 2, and to commemorate both series at one point, there was actually a DLC for Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker, where they had like a collab with Durarara in it. And I haven't played it because it's like, I think it was Japan only, but there is like patches to get it into like Western copies. So you know, I gotta figure out how to do that at some point, because that sounds really fun to do. Also, my leg is starting to hurt. Next up, a very underrated anime, Blood Lad. Yeah, this was another anime that I've watched fairly early on when I was getting into anime. Very cool, thick collector's edition. And yeah, this was like partially ecchi, but also like I really got invested in the story here. I don't know, the opening was really fun, the story was really engaging, and it kind of ended with like a cliffhanger where it was like the story continued, and I gotta read the manga to get the rest of it, I think. And yeah, I never really looked into what happens afterwards, but you know, I don't know. At some point I need to finish the story. I think it has a manga, right? It's not an anime original story, right? I don't think it is, at least. But yeah, speaking of Devil Survivor, here we have Devil Survivor 2, the animation. I'm hearing this is really bad, but I haven't actually seen it. I'm a big Shin Megami Tensei fan, as I mentioned countless times before. And yeah, I'm hearing this is like a subpar adaptation, so I need to give this a whirl at some point. But yeah, I kind of own it for now, because I know I'll watch it eventually. But yeah, it's cool that it was released like this, at least. Another anime adaptation of a video game, Devil May Cry the Animated Series. If you haven't seen this is a billion times better than the current adaptation that's being made by Adi Shankar, the fucking hack that he is. The current adaptation is actual dog shit. Don't watch it. It's fucking horrible. But yeah, this is actually canon. This is part of the story of the main series of the games. It includes a character that was like featured in 5, like in like a phone call, but still Patty was in it, so it is canon. Though they have changed, they have race swapped the guy, one of the guys from white to black in the games, which is like a bit, you know, whatever. But you know, it wasn't an important character anyway, so you know, if they felt the need to change him, I guess it was early enough. He was minor enough of a character to do that to, right? But yeah, Danganronpa, another video game to anime adaptation. I think this was pretty popular back in the day, right? But yeah, I still need to play through the games themselves. Kind of just picked it up on a whim. And I don't want to spoil myself as to what happens in the games, so I'm kind of just leaving this for now. But it's cool to own. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually when I finish the games. Oh, here's a funky one. Is this censored enough? Yeah, it is. Great Revolution Dai Shogun. Yeah, God Rays save me enough, I guess, in this instance. Yeah, another ecchi thing. I actually haven't seen what this is. I kind of just picked it up because it was like, this is like really raunchy. I wonder what this is. So yeah, I gotta give this a whirl at some point. What is this? Strong sex references, nudity, violence, gory images. Gotcha. And yeah, is that disc? It's the same as the cover art. I don't know what this is, but I want to watch it. Next up, we have Halo Legends. This counts. This counts. This is an anime. This is the Japanese release of it, actually. And yeah, I don't remember who made this anime, but I remember it being really good. And it had like a lot of like side stories in it. Some of it was, I think, canon, some of it wasn't. Yeah, there was a story of Spartan 1337, the elite Spartan. I remember that being very goofy back in the day. But yeah, if you haven't seen this and you're a Halo fan, do watch it, it's pretty fun. What else do we have here? I got this recently as well, Eden of the East. I don't know what this is, but it was, I looked at the cover, I looked at the back, and I was like, This looks neat. Kind of want to watch this. It has the Grand Theft Auto font. But yeah, I don't know what this is. I read the synopsis and I'm like, this is interesting. And the animation style is very pretty too, so yeah, I'll watch this probably soon, actually. Next up, I have Blue Exorcist. Okay, this is an OG anime. If you were getting into anime around the same time as I was, like late 2000s, early 2010s, this was like all over, like all the pirate sites. Like you had Ichigo plastered everywhere, you had Naruto, and you had this guy everywhere too. The trifecta. This was before One Piece was anywhere, right? One Piece wasn't even a blimp on anyone's radar back then, because everyone was watching Bleach, Naruto, and Blue Exorcist. And yeah, this is the movie, actually. This is the movie. But yeah, this is a series that I hold near and dear. I really liked the show, and it's still alive. We do get like more stuff every once in a while, but you know, it is the rollout of content is slow for that. Next up, I have Pokemon Indigo League. So yeah, just season 1 of Pokemon. Kind of got it for my nephews more than anything. The actual disc isn't inside this, by the way. It's this is just the case. I didn't give them the cardboard because I knew they would like mess it up or something. But yeah, this is a cool set. You know, I'm a big fan of the original Pokemon anime, and I've been getting into the series recently with the games. But yeah, as it stands right now, I don't really have a lot of experience games-wise there. But I really have a lot of, you know, nostalgia for that old original Pokemon anime. And we are getting through all of this pretty quickly now. We've been kind of picked up the pace at this point. But yeah, I might need to turn on the lamp soon. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, the first season, which includes up to episode 28. Yeah, this is the American version, actually, because the European release didn't come out for a long time, and I was like, this is never gonna get a European release. This is too major of an anime to not get one. And then they did, and I was like, ah, damn it, now what am I gonna do with this? And this is still the only Yu Yu Hakusho like volume that I own. I think there's only 4, but yeah, the cool thing about this was that it was actually region A and B, so you could actually play it in European players. This wasn't region locked at all. But yeah, this was a cool set. I think this is just a cardboard sheet that doesn't really include anything new inside it. But yeah, this is still pretty cool. Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my top 10 anime for sure. Next up, I have a Blue Exorcist. Okay, so this is part 2. So let me just go over part 1 first. So this is the first part, Definitive Edition Part 1, episodes 1 through 12. Yeah, this is the entire series that I own here, the entire original series. I don't really have the Kyoto arc on Blu-ray, but I kind of want to pick it up at some point too. I really like the original like adaptation, though it did go like anime original in the second half. But yeah, I still have very, very fond memories of how this wrapped up originally. I'm guessing it caught up to the manga, basically, and they have to like come up with something new. But yeah, I kind of like mix up like what's canon and what's not in the newer seasons. I'm like, wait, didn't this happen? And I was like, oh wait, no, it's not. It's from the other continuity that they kind of abandoned. But yeah, here we have Vampire Hunter D, which I've watched very recently, and this was an amazing movie. There's also the other movie which came out like a few decades before, and both of those movies were amazing. I think the other one had a bit of nudity even in it. But yeah, this was an amazing movie. If you've never seen Vampire Hunter D, check it out. Maybe read the manga as well. Very, very cool story. Very cool animation. Very cool everything. I still need to finish the video game adaptation for the PS1, which was kind of like a Resident Evil style hack and slash. But yeah, next up I have... Okay, this isn't an anime, but this is a Metal Gear Solid 2 Bande Dessinée. So this was... I think includes Metal Gear Solid 1 Blu-ray disc. I think this is just like a story synopsis DVD. I don't actually remember what this included. And I think this came with like subsistence or something. Okay, I was like, oh, is this like... just a comic version of the story of the games. I'm actually genuinely not too sure. I haven't actually looked into what this is, but I think this is like just a DVD, Blu-ray version of probably DVD, right? Of some of the events. I'm genuinely need to look into what this includes, but yeah, cool stuff. Okay, last pile. Persona 1 or Persona 4, the golden animation, only volume 1. I've shown it off in my Persona collection video, so check that out if you haven't. I go into detail about all of this. I'm not gonna unbox it here, but it comes with like some cards and stuff. Next up, I have Persona Trinity Soul in the House Like Carpet. This is actually a very rare anime DVD. So this came out only in the US, and it was published by a fucking NIS America of all people. Look at that logo as well. This is quite different from what the logo looks like today. But yeah, Nippon Ichi Software released in anime for some reason, and now it's super rare to find. Whoop-de-doo, that's why you don't give video game companies like that anime rights to release stuff like this. But yeah, I do own this. I got this off of Amazon at some point. I never got the first volume, which is a shame because that's rare too. Next up, I have Digital Devil Story Megami Tensei 1, the anime, and The Cockpit, which is an anime that I've never seen. I don't know if I want to see either because like I'm genuinely not interested. I got this for Megami Tensei 1's anime adaptation, which is crazy that they released this in the first place. You know, like they released the anime adaptation, but they never released the game adaptation of the story in the West until like, you know, Shin Megami Tensei 3. But and then after that, we got the iOS port of Shin Megami Tensei 1. But we still never got that original Megami Tensei game. But whatever. Next up, we have Shin Megami Tensei Tokyo Revelation, which is kind of like a very liberal attempt at reinterpreting the story of Shin Megami Tensei 1, but like slightly differently, or at least the first part of it. And yeah, this is a neat anime adaptation of the manga. So this was originally a manga re-adaptation of the story of Shin Megami Tensei 1, and then they adapted that into this. I think that's not translated into English though, so this is a bit of a challenge for someone to do one day in the community. But yeah, as you can see, the front cover is quite low res. Like this isn't the camera like getting blurry. This is just what it looks like. But yeah, you know, less quality standards back then. We're getting really close to wrapping up now. Okay, Ys Books 1, the anime, yes. So the entirety of Ys 1 and 2 got adapted into an anime in the 80s. Yeah, this came out in the late 80s. So whenever I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, this animation style is so cool. Because they don't make anime like this anymore. And the annoying thing is, Ys 4 was supposed to get an anime like this as well, but it never happened because they never picked up a company to do this with, which is a big bummer. But yeah, if you've never seen the Ys anime adaptations, please do. They're really fun, especially if you're familiar with the source material. But even if not, this is a pretty comprehensive like adaptation. Though they do kind of nerf Adol in these things. Like he is a bit of a, I mean, he's competent for sure, but he achieves less alone. Like he gets a lot of help from people throughout this anime adaptation, but it's still pretty cool. And I don't have the third one. The third one is based on the on all of these two. And yeah, I want to get that at some point, but yeah, it's kind of rare as well, so you know, it's kind of hard to come across. Next up, we have The Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky, the animation, which is the anime adaptation of Trails in the Sky second chapter. And this is famously bad, and it has that famous gif of Estelle doing that like loads of flips and just getting kicked in the stomach and falling down. But yeah, I love Trails. I love the Trails series. As you can see, they have their faces don't look quite right, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I love Trails, and I'm currently playing through Trails of Cold Steel 3. That's where I am at in the story so far. And yeah, hopefully I'll be finishing that within the next few weeks maybe. And I'm taking it very slowly, but you know, it's exciting. Next up we have Dot Hack Trilogy, GU Trilogy. This is the Japanese version of it, but I think this had an English release too. But yeah, this is just the anime adaptation of Dot Hack GU, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure how many volumes this covers. I'm assuming maybe just volume 1. But yeah, please enlighten me. I still need to finish GU as well. I've played through Dot Hack Infection and Mutation and Dot Hack GU Volume 1. So yeah, I still have loads to go. But yeah, here we have Xenosaga the animation. Yes, this is an anime adaptation of Xenosaga Episode 1, which was quite a thing. This was made by the One Piece studio, I think, or like because it looks very One Piecey when you look at it. It looks very like wonky when I look at it, and it sort of reminds me of how One Piece looks. But yeah, Toei Animation. So yeah, I don't know how accurate of an adaptation this is. Probably not very. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Xeno series. I still need to finish Xenogears. That's the only thing I have left to do. But yeah, this is a very, very cool set. Here we have Chaos and Cosmos and everyone else on this one. This is one of those slim DVDs, so yeah, this is what that looks like. It looks really nice. So yeah, I might give this a whirl soon, actually. I think I want to check out how they did this adaptation. Again, this is just this is just Xenosaga 1, so it's probably still lacking in terms of the story, because it doesn't include everything else, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, we're close. Next up we have Persona 4 the animation, the whole box set, complete series. I've shown this off before in the animation in the Persona collection video, so check that out if you're curious. Yeah, cool set. And next, I guess I'll show all of this. This is the whole series of Final Fantasy Unlimited, except for Phase 8. There's like, Phase 6. I have all of it except for like one DVD, I think. And this is the anime original Final Fantasy, which I've never seen, so this is like something I'm gonna watch soon as well. But yeah, I hear this is a weird one. This is a bit of a weird one, because it's a very... Again, it's not based on anything, but I hear like it's not that bad. The art style looks lovely, actually, if you look at it. I really like how this looks, but yeah, I haven't actually seen what this story is about. I think there was even like a little video game based on this, released at one point, but I'm sure it's like... I think it's lost media at this point. I think it was downloadable off of like the anime website, and I think no one backed it up. But yeah, I'll just show you the last few DVDs for this series. Also, everything is falling on me right now. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Everything is falling. Oh, I gotta get through this quick. Here we have the other. This is volume 4, phase 4. Yep. Cool. This guy looks like Kefka a little bit. Volume 5. Again, this art style looks really cool. I'm not sure if anyone like would agree, but I don't know. I think this looks really nifty. I'm not sure what issue people were having with this, but yeah, I don't know. I really want to give this a whirl soon, genuinely. But yeah, this isn't all of it, but I will take a little pause here to show you the remainder of what I have, because I have it in a different spot. So yeah, just give me a second, and I will be right back. Okay, so let's wrap up this video. Okay, last few anime that I had in the corner that I didn't pull out earlier. Okay, so Ghost in the Shell, the actual original anime. This I remember watching years and years ago, and I remember not understanding any of it. I remember getting through all of it and being like, what the hell is even going on? It's cool, it looks nice, there's some boobies in it, but yeah, I didn't actually understand anything happening on screen. Yeah, so, you know, funky little thing. Next up we have Evangelion, first movie. So, yeah, this, it was the thing I was trying to get into Evangelion with, and then I realized, oh wait, this is a reboot. I want to watch the original. So I watched the original, then I watched this and all the rebuild movies. And yeah, I'm a big fan of Evangelion. One of my favorite shows, for sure. Here we have the other thing that I was looking for earlier, and I realized this here. This is the Shaman King, first, the style of the original Shaman King anime, which I really like. I don't really like the remake they made, because the proportions on the characters are horrible, and the actual, like, art style was kind of worse than we used to have here. Yeah, this goes for like 8 episodes, and yeah, if you've never seen Shaman King, I would urge you to watch the original anime, even though it doesn't follow the story properly. I think it's a cooler adaptation, you know? I think it's more fun to follow, and I think the art style is nicer. The voice acting is also cool. I don't know. I don't really like the Japanese voice acting in Shaman King. I think the characters sound like... I don't know, I just don't like the Japanese voice of Yo. Here we have Dot Hack Gift, which is another weird thing for the Dot Hack series that I haven't really delved into too much. I think it's just a goofy little spin-off animation thing with like gags and stuff. I don't actually know what this is, but you know, I need to explore more of the series before I actually tackle this. Here we have Ghost in the Shell 2.0. I don't actually know what this is. I remember getting it a while ago, and I was like, oh, well, I didn't really understand the first movie. Maybe this will explain some of it. And yes, I still haven't seen it. But yeah, I'm curious. Yeah. Is this like a sequel or just a remake of the original? I don't know. Let me know. What is this? What is this about? Is it just the original again? Or what's up with it? This is a weird thing. This is Square Enix Cross Xbox 360 trailer collection, which is just the trailers for all the Square Enix games piled onto a DVD. Yeah, we got Star Ocean 4, Last Remnant, Infinite Undiscovery. Let's go that here. Yeah, is there any Final Fantasy stuff on here? I think that there actually isn't. I think this is all like... Yeah, there's all Last Story, Infinite Undiscovery, and Star Ocean. Funky DVD. There's a code for something, I don't know what this is. You know, have it. It runs out in 2009. Better get on it quick. I mean, yeah. Before internet was as widespread or something, I don't know. Here we have Virus, the Buster Surge. Not too sure what this is. Manga Force, the Ultimate Collection. 2009. Oh, it's printed upside down as well. Who did this? And yeah, I don't actually know what this is. This is like a random DVD that just sort of happened to fall into my possession. This is a movie that I really want to watch. X. Yeah, I've seen this over the years. It looks really cool, but yeah, I don't actually know what this is. It looks really fun though. Like looking at the animation style, it looks really nifty. Very cool DVD. Get Backers Volume 8. Yeah, these are like very miscellaneous DVDs that I have in this stack. Like, I probably won't use these. I probably should get rid of these, honestly. Because honestly, they have like no use. Like a random volume of a random anime I've never seen. Like, eh. But yeah, if I ever pick these up, like, I'll probably get a new complete series box set or something, if I enjoy it. And Naruto, yeah, again, another thing, I don't know what it is, but the main girl looks amusing, interesting. It looks like a girl that's from a how to draw manga, from a how to draw manga book, you know. I don't know. The art style looks kind of neat, but yeah. That will conclude my anime collection. I already tidied everything else up. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm not sure if it was as interesting as my video game stuff. that I usually show off, but I hope someone got some enjoyment out of this as well. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, once again, please do consider liking, subscribing, following me on Twitch, and yeah, joining me on Discord. Share your collections with me as well, please. But yeah, with that being said, I'm really starving right now, so I'm probably gonna eat some pizza or something. So yeah, take care of yourselves and have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for watching.